Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Donkey Kong 64. Previously, we're not gonna make DK eat a fly in this idle animation. We took on the third boss of the game, and the boss of Frantic Factory, that being Mad Jack, one of my personal favorites throughout the entire roster of bosses in this game, despite how difficult the fight can be at times. Today we're gonna make a small trip around DK Isle and other places to see what we can find now that we have the entire crew back together. So to start things off, we're back on the mechanical crocodile ship because we have to go make a visit to Snide over here. So now we can collect some stuff here since we do have Snide in our... or not Snide in our possession, no, the blueprint in our possession. We could go turn that into Snide to kick off what we can collect in the hub world. That's what we need, Kong. Another golden banana for you. Heck yeah, Snide, I can agree to that. I'm not sure we see this contraption yet. Well, it looks like it's the same one from Frantic Factory. Nope, this one's different. It just chains a couple contraptions together now. This will be a common thing that we'll find throughout the other worlds of the game as well. This one might be showing off all the contraptions that you can see when you go visit Snide in different worlds too. Well, that was interesting. We got our 58th golden banana now, so that's good to know. And that's all we could do here. There are a couple pads here that we could see that can be useful to us. First things first, we'll go pick up this boulder and toss this aside and go on to this battle pad. Actually, I should have gone that with someone else because Chuggy was already in an arena battle recently at Frantic Factory. We're actually gonna do that just for the sake of variety. The question is, who hasn't competed in an arena fight yet? I think Tiny has it. She might be the only one that hasn't competed in said arena, come to think of it. So I should have kept her out all along. Well, I'm sure she'll forgive me in a few seconds because she'll get to crack some skulls in more ways than one because we're actually seeing a new enemy here that we're not meant to see for quite a while longer. To my knowledge, what we just took down what's called a crossbones or a bones. I've seen that they go by many names during my research, but we'll just call it crossbones because to stick with the alliteration of K's that the critter army seems to be so enamored with, or I should say Kremlin army, and just because it sounds a lot cooler than just bones. Bones is kind of an interesting case. We saw that you could hit it multiple times, it will break off pieces, but will still come after you. It's kind of an undead-like enemy. I think it's supposed to resemble a Kremling, but decomposed, so like a zombie Kremling in other words, or a zombie critter, I should say. While it holds some sort of bat. Yeah, it's kind of like a shitboat or something. I'm not sure what it is. The point is, it's easy to take out if you just do a dash attack, since it's really fragile. And that should be our 4th battle crown of the game, if my memory is correct. That's all we can do here, since there's a diddy pad near here, so we can simply spring our way up to another minigame barrel. We're getting our first repeat, I believe. Batty Barrel Bandit, we've seen this one before. It's just a slot machine. It just goes a little faster this time with the reels, and we have a little less time to work with, 40 seconds. One thing I didn't point out is that the timer doesn't start until you hit A for the first reel spin. The same strategy applies here, just memorize the fruit before you see the banana for each reel, and you should be fine. You're just gonna have faster reflexes this time. I don't think I'm getting it this time. I already messed up twice as it is. Yep, not gonna do it this time. second one I'm already having trouble with. I'm kind of not surprised about that. I would have laughed a little bit if I did get all 4 bananas in like the second attempt, or the second completion, I guess. Since we've seen this before, I don't think there is a reason for me to show this off any longer, so I'll just cut to my successful attempt, and I'll meet you guys then. Alright, one more try. Ooh, I got a little nervous there. It was going really fast on the last spin. I thought for sure I was gonna slip up on that. That didn't happen though. We got 59 golden bananas. That's the first one for Diddy in the hub world actually. That's kind of surprising. I figured we'd make a lot more progress with him in the hub world by now. We're gonna warp back to the 2 pad near the Angry Aztec entrance because there's a couple of boulders here that we can move with Chunky, which by the way, this is an ability exclusive to Chunky. He can move barrels around, not barrels, move boulders around to uncover some hidden stuff, like with these music pads. And one of those happens to be with his triangle trample. Once again, Squawks shows his traitorous nature, that's what I'm calling it, by giving us another free golden banana. I swear, how'd he get his claws or talons on a few of our precious pieces of the hoard? Maybe Squawks is working as like a sleeper agent for Rool. You never know. It could be a possibility. I mean, Rool is like a king and all, so it would make sense he would have some spies. At least that's what I would think. That's not the only pad we can get in that area though. I recommend going back to that tank barrel I was just at, because if you go into an entrance or any indoor space and go back out, then the barrels will respawn on these pads. So that's why I advise you to get the tank barrel near the arena to DK's home and switch out with the Kongs there. That way you get Lanky's. Oh, I thought that would be something else. Okay then. I thought that would be another golden banana. I forgot that was something completely different. Well, that's an area I think we can't get to yet, so we'll have to hold that off until another time. As long as we're here, we might as well head back into Angry Aztec's entrance. There's a couple more things we can do here as well. And I wanted to wait until we got the entire DK crew together just to be safe. Technically, I think we might need just Tiny and Diddy for this. No, wait. This spot has to be for Chunky if I'm correct about this. Yeah, that should be just for Chunky. But unfortunately, I don't think we got the ability we need for him to smash that down yet. That's probably nothing though. The thing we want to get, we'll need just Diddy and Tiny for. So switch off the Diddy first and use his Chippy Charge to smash these gongs. They're not symbols like I called them the last time I saw those things. Man, Diddy's gotta have such a massive headache for that. I'm surprised he didn't crack his skull bashing those symbols in. I mean, we saw him do it before with 4 of those things in Angry Aztec, but still, that has to hurt. You figured he would lose a few brain cells from that. At least that would be the best case scenario. Worst case, he would probably not be conscious right now. So this minigame, bro, it's a little tough to get to. You gotta stand on a ledge like so. It's a little tough to just get on the ledge in the first place, since it's so narrow. There we go. And then use the ponytail twirl, and that's how you get there. Well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It all depends on how you time your jump very well. You could use these square platforms, but it's not the best way to hover over to that barrel, since I don't think it is closer to or close enough to the minigame barrel that we can use it, like so. That's why I advise you to use the narrow ledge instead. Somehow this space gives you a better chance to hover over to that barrel than those giant square platforms do. There we go. Oh great. Big Bug Bash. This is just what I like to see. I'm pretty sure the difference between all the sets we can find of this minigame is the amount of flies you have to swat. Just apply the same strategy as before. Wait till it doesn't fly in big circles, and that should be your chance to strike. Not guaranteed to work, but it's a lot easier to do than just having it fly in big circles to make it harder for you to actually swat it. Let me get agitated by this thing. Gotta be patient. There we go. 3 left. 2. For it. Still possible to do it. Nope. I let myself feel a little too annoyed by this. That's the trap you can fall into if you're not patient enough to wait for your strikes. I knew it was gonna happen though, one of these days. There we go. Okay, that was a little more annoying than I thought it would be. Normally I could chain swatting the flies pretty well, but that was just not happening that time. At least we got our 61st golden banana, and as long as we're here, we might as well just do some backtracking into Angry Aztec, but we're gonna take care of that next time. I just want to get all the stuff in the hub world completed, and since we got all that taken care of, we can now turn our backtracking attention to the other levels that we already went through in the past. So next time, we're gonna head back to Angry Aztec and clean that up for good. Until we meet again, farewell for now.